Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver. I am president and founder of a group called Leave the Plantation Organization.org. And I want to welcome to the show. The show is called The Truth Between the Lies. And it is designed to explore the truth. You can like my page on YouTube here at Mason Weaver. You can buy my books on leavetheplantation.org. You can share my videos. If you agree, you can thank me. If you disagree, you can debate me. My email address is mason@leavetheplantation.org. I'm just an old guy with an opinion, and I wouldn't hear yours. Disagree with me, that's your business. I really don't care. But I do want to discuss today the plight of black men. Black men. Because black men are the key. You see, there's nothing in your life more important than what you think of your life. And black men are being portrayed in a certain way. I mean, we're righteous dudes. We're protectors. We are 25% of the greatest military in the world, but we're only 7% of the population of this country. We're patriotic. We love our kids. We're being portrayed as ghetto dwellers, dope dealers, thugs on TV, the media, in our own songs and conversations. We're being displayed and portrayed as a negative element in the society. But black men are not. And I want to talk about this because we have accepted the culture, the language about ourselves, black men. We believe that every problem we have, or at least we are portrayed as believing, every problem we have requires white men to do something. We are being encouraged by those that look like us and those that don't look like us in every element of our culture, in the music, in the newspapers, the TV, the game shows, the talk shows, the comedy shows. And the language gets into our culture because we hear it so much. And therefore, we begin to actually put it in our hearts as true. So black men walk around, call themselves dogs, call themselves, hey, pimp. We're the only community where the black men have pimp and hoe balls. Pimp and hoes balls, where you come out and celebrate being the best pimp and getting an award for the best pimp and the award for the best hoe. You kidding me? That's self-inflicted. And no white man telling you to do that. The problem is ours. You got pimps and prostitutes in every culture. Jews got them, Italians got them, Germans got them, everybody got pimps and prostitutes. But we're the only ones that give out awards. We don't have a dad awards. We don't have family awards. We don't have the black businessman awards. We have pimp and hoe awards. White man doing that to us? We have a situation now where we look at ourselves with suspicion and alarm. If you don't think like I think, or better still, you don't think. If you don't believe like I believe, something wrong with you. So we don't even stand the differences among us. So my little note up here, white privilege. White privilege. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Who is trying to get you to believe there's such a thing as white privilege? Whose best interest is served if you believe that white privilege is keeping you down? Somebody is either tricking you or trying to protect you from being harmed by these white men out here. Someone wants you to think that white men are so dominant and so powerful that you have no hope in working against them, competing against them. You have no hope for anything that they want from you. You only have hope to make sure it's not painful to give it. Someone wants you to believe that white men are dominant. Therefore, they have privilege because they're white. Someone wants you to accept your position behind white men. Now, you can get angry when someone tells you, no, you actually can't compete with white men. You can get angry because that anger is in your heart. I understand. But ask the question right here. Name one thing white men can stop black men from doing. I have not got an answer yet. Name me one thing. Not that you can't do. I mean, you may be handicapped. You may not be able to deal with those folks, but black men in general, there's not one thing on this planet that white men could ever stop us from doing. And in current contemporary society, in America in 2020, name me one thing. White men did not want us to box, but Jack Johnson knocked out white men in the South and married white women to become the first black heavyweight champion of the world in the South. Charlie Pride. Charlie Pride, black singer, country western music in the South, became the country western singer of the decade. Baseball, they didn't want us there. But Jackie Robinson broke through. Football, they didn't want us there. Basketball, they didn't want us there. Hollywood, they have blackface actors pretending to be black people. They didn't want us there, but look now. There is not one thing in America, folks. There's not one thing that black men cannot do if they just don't think of themselves as black men first. If you think of yourself as a man first, a male first, not a dog. If you think of yourself as a man, not a pimp. If you think of yourself as a man, not a drug dealer. If you think of yourself as able, not disabled, then there's nothing you can do. So black man, I'm asking you, who's telling you? Who's telling you that you cannot be a business owner or be married 30, 40 years? Who's telling you you cannot leave an inheritance for your children? Who's telling you not to even take care of your children? Who is telling you, black man, to give your child another man's name? You know what I'm talking about. So this is a letter to you guys. I want you to consider what I'm saying today. If you agree with me, join us at leavetheplantation.org. Mail me at mason@leavetheplantation. Because they're going to cut us all down by election time, folks. We will not be able to talk to each other on social media. So I want you to come to our site. We're going to start doing radio programs, TV programs, trying to give you some facts. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. You believe what you want to believe. It's going to lead you. You are what you believe you are. So if you think white men got to act, I have a question. Why is it that black folks, we're the only group of people in America that thinks that economic success comes from political means? Why do we think that? Who told us that? Do the Japanese worry about who the Japanese congressman is? Do the Italians worry about how many Italians on the Supreme Court? Do we worry about what kind of bills? Why do we worry about what Congress does? We control Congress, folks. Economic success comes from economic efforts fueled by a strong culture. Our culture came from slave masters. Our culture came from surviving the cruelty of slavery. Our culture devised a situation in our society where education was not only important, it wasn't important, it was deadly. We're through that now. We're through that. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of white privilege. I'm tired of safe spaces. I'm tired of protesting who did us wrong. We are grown behind men. What the heck? What the heck? Men, stop it. Stop it. We owe black women an apology. We owe them an apology. We could not support or protect our women. We could not do it during slavery and right after slavery. We could not do it. But we fought for decades to change that. We stood up. It was us, black men, marching and demonstrating and protesting, facing the police dogs and the tear gas. It was us. We did that. So it's time to stand up now, black men, and assume your rightful role in your culture. Direct the culture, protect the culture, lift the culture up. Define the culture. You, black man, defines the culture. You defined it. We turn to our women and say, I'm sorry we could not protect you. I got that. We couldn't do it then, but we can now. We don't need tough women. We don't need strong women. We need strong black men. If black men decided, there'd be no more pimping of women in our community. There'd be no more pimping. If black men decided there'd be no more drive-bys in our community, there'd be no more drive-bys. What would happen if black men decided there'd be nobody, no child, selling dope on my corner? It would stop. We are the cause and we're the solution. Black men, nobody else can dare do it. If you're tired of how you're living and how your people are living, join us. Leave the plantation. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. And let's face the backlash from our own people first. They're going to criticize us and attack us. But it's time. Black man, it's time. It's time. You're tired of being broke, spiritually and financially. You're tired of being looked down upon with suspicion every time you come into a store. You're tired of cops looking at you like you're a criminal. You're tired of that? Join us. leavetheplantation.org. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You cannot receive what God desires for you until you achieve what God requires of you. Let's stand up. Stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. See you on the other side of freedom. God bless you.